Welcome to Art Keller Field for today's game between the MSOE Raiders and your Carthage College Firebirds. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Raiders, number 3, Lucas Schwenke. Number 5, Michael Warman. Number 7, Nico Picha. Number 13, Danny Aranda. Number 15, Ditar Unsensi. Number 16, Grant Glorioso. Number 17, Ian Frost. Number 18, Alex Lamb. Number 23, Tanner Cilio. Number 28, Stephen Arthur. And in goal wearing number 44, Asher Harris. The head coach of MSOE is Rob Harrington, and he is assisted by Caden Pruitt, Derek Murray, Joe Schauer, and John Moynihan. And now your starting lineup for your Carthage College Firebirds. Starting off, number 2, Roland Dearborn. Number 5, Nick Renfro. Sporting number 8, Jordan Mock. And number 10, Jet Umunge. Number 12, Dominic Gadolinsky. Wearing number 17, Eli Schofstall. Number 18, Michael Malazak. Wearing number 19, Mickey Riley. And 20, Izzy Irwin. Sporting number 21, Aiden Croder. And in goal, sporting number 1, Evan Kowalski. The head coach of Carthage is Paul Lees, and he is assisted by Flacco Minnick, Cale Brown, Jack Daly, and Peter Tuttle. Fans, please stay standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to Art Keller Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin for Carthage men's soccer. Tonight's opponent is the Milwaukee School of Engineering down from Milwaukee. So Carthage will look to take on the Raiders this evening. Carthage is coming off of a good home win. They won 3-0 just this last weekend. That brings them to 3-1-1 overall. Of course, the center of that team has been really Aiden Crowder and Mickey Riley, Nick Renfro, the 3 super seniors. Crowder leading the team with 4 goals, Riley with 3. But this last game, Jet Umunge came on with 2 goals in the last game. So he's certainly a player to look out for. He's in a run of good form. MSOE is probably going to be a pretty tough opponent. They did beat Carthage last year 3-1 up in Milwaukee, and they had a very solid season, undefeated in conference last year. This year, though, they don't have a win yet, so they're 0-1-4 on the season, though they played some very, very tough opponents, which will talk about in a little while. I'm joined by my co-host, Jonah Wallgren. Jonah, tell us a little bit about MSOE. What can we expect from them tonight?
Yeah, so although MSOE is 0-1-4, they have a four-game tie streak right now against some very quality opponents, including Montclair State University, who was ranked 12th at the time. This is MSOE's final game before starting conference this season, and so some players to watch. Number 3, Lucas Schwenke, he had 9 goals last season, and unfortunately doesn't have a goal yet this year, but we'll look to see him get on track today. Nico Picha, number 7, 2 assists and 6 goals last season. And number 17, Ian Frost, a solid defender who played most of all, if not all, minutes last year. He was a second-team All-NAC player. And finally, number 28, Stephen Arthur. He was a 2023 NAC Defensive Player of the Year and 2023 NAC First Team.
MSOE does have come in highly regarded. They were preseason number 1 in the preseason poll for their conference in the NAC, so we know that they're very, very strong. We're underway here now, as you can see. Carthage going from right to left. Michael Malazak has an early shot here, an early opportunity, but there was an offside on the play. Aiden Crowder was streaking down the middle there, and Malazak came in with a nice run on that right side, put it into the middle there, just between Crowder and the goalie, but it was an offside. So Carthage lining up pretty much the way they have early on in the season here. No big surprises in the lineup tonight. Malazak did not have the start, I guess, on Saturday, so that's one new starter that's come in. Looks like he's playing kind of a right wing or right attacking midfielder of some kind so far in this lineup. Over here, Jordan Mock on this side, the freshman number 8, had a really good outing last game. There's a
great assist off that throw-in.
Great assist, absolutely. Mickey Riley with an early opportunity there, but blasts that one over the bar and into the uprights. Yeah, Mock, as we were saying, had an assist on the first Carthage goal on Saturday on a long throw. He threw it in from the far sideline all the way into Jet Umanj, who was right in the middle for that first goal. Both of those players in very good form. Long ball upfield. Carthage able to control that there. Umanj tries to sweep it over to the right, but he does end up bringing it all the way back to Eli Schaufstall. Schaufstall and Izzy Irwin, the other freshman starter tonight. Irwin, the defensive pair in the defensive center back position. Mickey Riley with a sneaky little steal there, but MSOE does control it. Now it comes far side here. Making a run for it is Nico Picha. But it does go all the way over the end line for a goal kick. Carthage now bringing that out. There's Irwin. He's got to get rid of that ball pretty quickly because there was some pressure on him there.
It'll be interesting to see how Carthage deals with this game, because lately we've been seeing a lot of teams just lay off and let them play with it in the back, and currently here early on it looks like MSOE is going to put some press and play a high press, so we'll see what Carthage does with that pressure.
Yeah, that's not something they've really faced too much of yet, at least this weekend in their
Yeah, St. Norbert sat really deep and allowed Carthage kind of just play with it, and then unfortunately to St. Norbert's disadvantage, Carthage was able to take advantage of all that space too.
Right. But it looks to me, as you said, that they're putting a little bit higher pressure on, at least.
And as I said, that maybe they drop off. And the announcer's curse.
But there you. Looks like they're kind of picking their moments to come forward. The far side now. That's Roland Dearborn at right back. Izzy Irwin again and Eli Schaufstall all the way to this side to Mock. Mentioned last game that one of the things Coach Lease was looking at is for his players to really move that ball quickly, and I imagine with MSOE's quality they're going to have to do that again tonight, trying to get that ball from back to front as quickly as they can. Aiden Crowder goes on a little run there. Oh, and he did end up with the ball, but have a judge to have fouled there. Maybe gave a little too much to that defender there. Dominic Gadolinsky again getting a start in midfield. Gets ahead on that ball. And now Michael Rohrman tried to make a little run there. Run I see on that far side, but was headed off by the Carthage defense. Carthage kind of trying to figure out this press a little bit, when it's coming and when it's hanging back. Beautiful night here for soccer. About 69 degrees here on the Carthage campus at kickoff, so a beautiful night for it. The sun luckily set in the west behind the trees, so we're not looking into it as we were during the pregame warm-ups a bit. But now it's just a perfect night. Mickey Riley with a nice interception there. He's got some room to run. He comes through that center circle. He goes wide side to Umanj. Umanj into the box and a shot! And it does go over. Some fancy footwork there, but he couldn't quite keep it on target.
MSOE seems to be running like a modified 4-3-3 where it's almost like a 4-2-4 where they're pressing with those four guys up there, and Carthage was able to take advantage of those two guys in the middle. They broke that first line of pressure, and they were able to drive quickly on a counter.
Yeah, that's a good observation. They are committing a lot to that press, that high press. And Mickey Riley found a little space behind it that time. Here's a ball out to this near side. That's Picha again, who's chasing it. He does chase it down. Picks it up there. Jordan Mock defending. Picha gets around him though to the byline. Crosses it. Izzy Irwin's there though. A shot from distance. That was Ditar Useni. Danny Aranda goes far side. Comes up to Rohrman. Rohrman tries to cross it. And it goes off Irwin and out of bounds. So that will be a corner kick to MSOE, their first corner of the evening.
Picha looking to notch his third assist on this set piece here.
MSOE has had some nice clearance there. MSOE has had some trouble scoring goals early on. As we mentioned, they've not yet won a game. 4 draws though, and against, as we've said, against very tough opposition. But they've only had 5 goals overall in their 5 games, and nobody on the team has more than 1 goal, I believe, right?
Yes, I believe that's correct.
So that has been a little bit of a challenge, maybe. I think they've only given up 6, but they've...
Yeah, so it's really very low scoring affairs for
Low
all
scoring.
of their games.
Yeah. See if that holds up again here tonight. Foul there. Free kick now. Useni goes nice spread of play over to this far side. That's Grant Glorioso. Glorioso back. He's got it again. Shot from distance there, but doesn't provide much trouble. Evan Kowalski in goal again tonight for Carthage. Evan's a transfer student, a junior from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's been playing very well for Carthage so far. Pretty much played the entirety of the season, although Brian Coe got a few minutes in the last game when they were up 3-1. But Kowalski so far with a 1.25 goals against average this year, so he's been strong in net. A turnover here. There's Useni into the center. That's chipped there. That was Luki Schwenke.
A little bit of a mishit there, but it was the right idea. They clearly had the right opportunity there, especially with the driving to the line, being able to cross cross it back and having that open option to lay it off.
And Schwenke was their leading goal scorer last year, so he was in the right place there. You can see that he's got that knack for...
Just an unfortunate mistouch.
Yeah. Out of bounds on that far side. That will be a Carthage throw. Schaafstall now in the center of the defense. Tries to find Hayden Crowder on that long pass, but it is intercepted. Jordan Mock with a interception of his own, and now it comes back this direction again. Glorioso there battling it out, but Riley takes it away, but only momentarily. Seems like MSOE has some pretty athletic, quick players. You know, they're definitely rivaling Carthage in terms of their athleticism so far, it seems like. Didn't really feel that with St. Norbert on Saturday. It seemed like Carthage kind of had them outclassed a bit.
Yeah, St. Norbert kind of once that second goal went in, and then they got the red card before halftime. That team really just kind of lost their composure.
That was about it for them. It really was. Nice ball forward here by Nick Renfro, but it's a nice little interchange there between Crowder and Renfro, but it was a little bit too much juice on that ball. I think it was Malazak that was making a little overlapping run there, but playing out from the back now are the Raiders. And they get it through there. That's Picha coming forward. Nice pass over here to this side. That's Glorioso. Cross. There's a shot. Oh, and a save there. Nice shot. Michael Rohrman was in front. He was able to kind of beat that ball into the ground. It bounced up, and I think would have gone in goal if not for the save of Evan Kowalski there, who made a nice diving save to steer it over the bar.
It was a great save. Also really great build-up by MSOE there.
Really nice passing, nice cross. Very well done. Carthage is going to have to maintain a stiff defense. Nothing much comes of that corner. Celio tries to cross it. Mock is able to not get clear, but just clearing his lines, getting it out of bounds. MSOE is looking dangerous right now.
I'd say both teams have had their dangerous opportunities in this game so far. It's not too one-sided.
No, it has gone both ways so far, I would say. MSOE maybe is in the center there now, goes far side. That's Picha. He shoots, and it's saved again. Evan Kowalski again happened to be there for that save. Picha probably didn't get as much behind that as he would have liked, but they are getting shots. Not afraid to take them, it seems like. Carthage could use a little possession here, I would say. But that's not the best way to do it. Comes into the center. There's nobody there for Carthage. Celio finds Useni. And back. Nice little give and go, but couldn't quite sort it out. Nice defense by Carthage there. Jet Umanj has it at midfield. And now Roland Dearborn tries to find Crowder with a long ball. Carthage has tried a few of those kind of long balls to Aiden Crowder, maybe trying to take advantage of his height advantage back there. Jet Umanj with a nice back check. That's what we call it in hockey anyway. Getting back his defensive responsibilities there. MSOE again has it through the center. Nice through ball there. Jordan Mock is there though. He's able to play it. He was battling with Grant Glorioso. The two of them both trying to get to that ball, and a foul was called on Glorioso. So Jordan Mock with a good defensive position there, able to Glorioso from getting on that wall and getting an opportunity. It looked like a little through ball was on there, though,
Yeah,
didn't it?
he did a great. He was a good job defending. I mean, he's been a really reliable freshman to come in and jump into that spot this year, and there he shows exactly why his coach trusts him there.
And I think that's not his natural position, from what I
I
understand.
don't think so. I think he's more of a naturally a midfielder.
Yeah, so really, especially given that, he's really performed well. Some nice interchange there. Aiden Crowder has it now. He finds Jet Umanj. Little give and go. Aiden tried to bust through the middle there, but it was intercepted. Mickey Riley has it now, and it is blocked before it's able to get to the goal. Mickey's gotten a few opportunities down that left-hand side. It seems like he's got some opportunities there.
They've gone at him. They've gone at MSOE's backline from both sides, and both sides have stayed strong and shown that they're going to be able to put up a fight. Meaning that's probably why they've only given up 6 goals on the year.
That's true. They have been stout defensively as well. So Riley is lining up this corner kick. Far post. It's headed into the middle. Dominic Adelinsky tried to put his left foot on it, but he wasn't able to, and now MSOE is streaking back this other direction. It's a foot race. Danny Aranda tries to pass it across, and it does reach its target. Kowalski, though, with a really important dive there. That was a beautiful pass across, and really a dangerous situation. Nico Picho was running down that left-hand side, and the pass came right to him.
He was really unlucky there with Mock. Mock made a good tackle, and sometimes the ball just doesn't fall your way. And then there was a great pass there, all the way to Picha, and then Picha had a good chance. It was a great save by Kowalski.
Kowalski has made a couple of good saves here
Good
already
play all
tonight.
around there.
Yeah, absolutely. Both sides. Hayden Crowder tracks that ball down, brings it down nicely. Jet Umanj now faces goal and trying to find something. Find a way through.
So far, MSOE's offense has been built off of those long, low-driven passes to switch the field, and they're really well done, and it allows their teammates, especially off these great passes, that they're allowed to take a quick, easy 1 or 2 touches where it's not going to have to be controlled, very focused to be controlled, I should say. And they're doing a really good job then of taking advantage of those long switches and keeping them quick, which is what Carthage should be trying to do.
Yeah. They've had a few of those already tonight that have really opened play up. Carthage trying to go a little bit more through the middle, it seems like, at least at the moment. The counterattack now. Picha, he's been very active. He's been really strong in his first half. He had 6 goals last season. He's dispossessed there, though. Gadolinsky with a nice play. Umanj trying to get it through there. And a foul is called. MSOE takes a quick free kick, and we're headed back the other direction. MSOE does look very strong, though, don't they? I mean, their passing is really good, and they're well organized. Got some good individual skill, it seems. Their quality side. Kind of amazing that they haven't won a game yet this year.
They look really good and composed out here.
They
It's
really
probably
do.
all of that built up aggression from tying.
Maybe, yeah. And a shot, and a goal!
There you go.
It was in the post, as they say. Lucas Schwenke on that
There
goal.
you go. He got started today, kicking off his campaign with his first goal here.
So the goal for Lucas Schwenke, as we said, his first goal of the season. Led the team last year in goals with 9, but that did seem like it's not a surprise, I guess, in terms of the way that the momentum seems to be going here. Carthage had given up a couple of opportunities. Evan Kowalski had saved them a few times at the back, but this time wasn't able to do that. And a goal. So 1-0 is the score. MSOE on top, Carthage at home, looking to try to find an equalizing goal. We played just about 20 minutes or so. So plenty of time left in this half for Carthage.
Looks like MSOE made a sub. Ditar Useni came off, and Enzo Bova came on, number 42. There in the middle with the orange cleats.
Ah, yes. And you said he has a...
Yeah, Bova is a Heartland, Wisconsin native, Arrowhead High School. His older sister plays in the NWSL. Fun fact.
Wow.
Very talented goalkeeper. Went to Purdue as well.
A football family. Yeah. He's a big kid, too, isn't he? Yeah. There he is with the ball now.
It's very technical.
Ball forward. He's onside. It's a second shot. Just like the first, Lucas Schwenke. There's almost a carbon copy of what happened the first goal there, coming in from that left-hand side. Found himself open. Carthage is going to have to find a way to shut that door, because that was almost another goal for MSOE in pretty much the same way. Bovar had a nice pass there. Bova had a nice pass there to set that one up after just coming on. So another corner for MSOE. This one comes into the box. Ooh, and it's headed off the line there. Or saved off the line by Kowalski. Really another really good save.
That's two great saves from him right there.
Man, he is really keeping Carthage in this game so far. Kowalski with a diving save to his right.
That one, point blank save there.
Yeah, that was a really tough save for sure. Looks like Coach Leese is maybe readying a substitution on that other side. Maybe not a surprise. They're kind of searching at the moment.
Notice how he's standing today. He's engaged in this one.
That's what you said. If he's
sitting down,
if he's sitting, he's
it's a
comfortable.
good sign for his team.
Yeah, right. He's definitely still on his feet tonight. I'm sure he has some concerns with what he's seeing out here. Carthage needs to find a little more defensive solidity and some way to try to get the ball upfield and get a little
Almost
time.
Possession going too. They haven't really spent much time possessing it the way they'd like to play.
That's very true. On that far side now, Picha this time. He takes a shot. There were some calls for handball, but the referee says no. His hands were down at his sides. It seemed like they were from this end. There's a slip at the back, but Aiden Crowder not able to quite take advantage of that. That ball goes out of bounds, though, so that'll be...
Turf monster getting him there.
Yeah. Seemed to just go down there. And we do have a substitution. Dennis Valle is coming in, and Malasek is going off. So now he's going back to the starting lineup from Saturday, I think,
Yes.
right? That was the change, Valle for Malasek.
Valle appeared in 16 games last season, scored 1 goal in the 2023 season.
Yeah, he played some quality minutes last year. But he is more of an attacking player, really, isn't he? He's not a defensive change as you think maybe he'd be thinking about making at this point. Just trying to find that rhythm. Glorioso goes crossfield. He finds Schwenke, who goes wide side.
Peach.
Cuts it back in. Another save, Kowalski's been busy. Comes back out. Stephen Arthur has it there. Nice play there over to Rohrman. Tries to loft one in. It's headed out nicely by Schaafstall. It comes back all the way to the net. I think that was Michael Rohrman who ended up taking that shot from distance, but I'm sure Evan Kowalski is
He's got his work cut out for him.
he is. He's earning his paycheck today, isn't he? He's had a lot of pressure all game long. possession here. Maybe turn the momentum if they can. Intercepted there, though, and coming right back again. It's Picha. He finds Boba. Makes a nice little move in there and takes a shot. And Kowalski saved it again. I'm not sure if that... Oh, maybe he didn't get a finger on it?
Looks like a goal kick here.
Oh, it is a goal kick. Okay.
Sub coming
It looked
on.
like he saved it, maybe, but I guess not. That'll be a goal kick. Another sub on the other side. Glorioso going off.
Stephen Thomas. Freshman from Wauwatosa.
Nice. I was going to say a local kid, but I forget that MSOE is. He's even more local to his home team. Jordan Mock has it now on this near side. He hasn't really been able to get forward at all. He's really been kind of stuck defending because...
MSOE's offense like that press, they've pinned him back.
Intercepted again.
Out of that.
Mickey Riley now tries to... He gets past that first layer of defense and is taken down. Riley will line up a free kick. Schaffstall will line this up. Carthage putting some players.
Although that foul looked bad upon referees, it's a very tactical foul and smart foul from the eyes of a soccer coach, especially allowing your defense to get back.
That's true. Good tactical foul. That ball is headed out, but that'll be Carthage throw on the far side. Looks like Jordan Mock's going across to maybe try some kind of a long throw. As we mentioned, he had a really long one from not quite this position. I think he was maybe a little bit closer to the goal on Saturday when he had that throw, but he's going to give it a whirl here. You can see he parts the MSOE team. Stands aside for him. Long throw. It's headed up by Renfro into the box, but it's taken by the keeper. That's Asher Harris. We haven't had to mention him too much. He hasn't had too much action yet tonight. Asher is a junior from Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. Try to go far side. Roland Dearborn is there, though, and he's able to corral that back to Kowalski. Boots it upfield, right to the center. Right to midfield. A little foul there, and Jet Umanj will take the free kick there. At least he'll win the free kick there. Carthage again trying to use this set piece to get upfield. Put into the corner there. Umanj tracks it down there. Dearborn follows it up. He's tripped there, and that'll be another free kick. So Carthage win a free kick in a better position here. This is about 15 yards out, maybe something like that. But from just a few yards inside the far sideline. So, but still a good position for a cross. Try to put something into the area and see what can. You never know what can happen in there. Umanj fakes it. Riley takes it. Aiden Crowder came across to meet it, but he wasn't able to get it on goal. Riley steps in trying to intercept that one, but it does come all the way upfield. Dearborn chases it down and goes all the way back to Kowalski.
On that set piece, Kowalski was almost in the center circle. It was very Manuel Neuer-esque.
Playing the sweeper-keeper.
Nothing scarier but more thrilling. It's fantastic. Watching your keeper roam freely.
As long as it doesn't backfire, right?
A little bit of skill there.
Nice play. That was nice. That was Stephen Thomas, the substitute, with a nice piece of footwork. Aiden Crowder gets up for that header. Frost sends it back to his keeper, who then boots it crossfield. Dearborn tracks it down there and moves upfield with it. Gadolinsky now. Schofestal has it in that center circle. mistake. Yeah, Izzy Irwin kind of lost the ball there, and now Picha has it. He gets around the defender and crosses it, but it's behind the attacker there. That was Enzo Bova. He was in the right position, I think, but the ball was just a little bit behind him there.
And once again, though, there's that interception off that pressure and a quick counter.
Yeah.
Very dangerous opportunity.
That's been happening far too often for Carthage's liking, that's for sure. Thomas again. He's looked good since he came on. He turns it back towards the byline, crosses it. Kowalski's there, right at the post. They've got a lot of skill players, that's for sure. Jordan Mock tracks, or I'm sorry, that's Mickey Riley. Tracking that ball down. Renfro finds Crowder, who finds Umanj. Tries to go through there to Riley, but was read well. Stephen Arthur, who was back on that defensively, he made a nice read on that play. A couple more substitutions here. Celio, Killian for Celio on that side. And it looks like that's Christian Inestrosa who's come in. He was injured in the last game, so wasn't able to play. Gadolinsky goes out. So Inestrosa will normally play left back, and there he is now on the ball, number 15.
They moved Mock back up into the midfielder.
Mock, who had been playing midfield, is now back in that position. So it's nice to see Inestrosa back. That should, I think that's been Coach Lisa's preferred lineup, probably. It's probably about what he's got on the field right now, I think.
Inestrosa had a very solid defensive year last year.
Yeah, very good player.
It was a really good season for him, especially just for growth overall.
Absolutely true. Christian is a senior from Round Lake, Illinois. So that's a free kick to MSOE. The Raiders are lining it up. We're under 15 minutes now. We played 2/3 of the first half. 1-0 is our score here. That ball comes all the way downfield. Evan Kowalski, who, if it weren't for Evan Kowalski, it would probably be 4-0 right now.
Kowalski's been busy this half, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's been. Carthage trying to find a way through that press. Try to go long this time, but cut out there.
A little bit of a slippery surface. Guys are starting to slip a little bit. I wonder if that dew is setting in.
Yeah, it does look like there's a little bit of a haze, doesn't there? We are very close to the lake here. Lake Michigan is just a couple hundred yards from where we sit, and that sometimes plays with the weather here in unusual ways. It's looking a little, I don't know, just a little bit hazy, misty, so maybe that's making that surface a little bit slick.
At least the wind isn't too bad today.
That's true, not much wind.
Nothing worse than playing a game when you go to cross a ball and it doesn't move.
MSOE now on the attack again. Stephen Thomas trying to bring something up this right-hand side. That's into the center. There's Schwenke. Oh, and Gendrich has come in now. Number 8. Look like he's playing up top in kind of a central striking role.
Some more fresh legs to just keep that press.
Yeah. They are really pressing here.
It's
There's
working.
an interception, right? Yeah, as you say, they're getting the ball back in this position far too often. Stephen Arthur with a really nice move there. Stephen Thomas tries to get it up, and it goes out of bounds, so that will be a Nice little skill play there.
Not often you see Mickey Riley a little bit lost in the sauce there. That doesn't happen often.
That is a rare occurrence.
Probably also helping build the case of why Arthur was the NACC Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, that's right. He was last year. First team and Defensive Player of the Year. He's
Two first-teamers going at it right there.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Mickey Riley, a three-time first-team CCIW performer. There's another cross. There's another nice ball there. That was Warman who put that one in. Now Aiden Crowder, though, can he outrun the defender? But he does get to it. That was Ian Frost there, so some nice speed shown by him. Ball's out of bounds. That will be the Raiders who will be throwing it in over there. So 10 minutes left to play here in the first half. MSOE has looked very strong so far. They're leading Carthage in shots 11-3 and shots on goal 9-0. So pretty striking statistics there. Carthage just hasn't had nearly as many opportunities. MSOE's been pretty dominant with that high press and then moving that ball.
Yeah, most of MSOE's shots have been coming from to the middle half of the 18 to the right side of it. So a lot of that quick motion up the right side, they'll switch it back over to the left and then drop it right back into the right one last time and get a quick look.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? A lot of their shots coming from the same place, same area. Renfro has it at the edge of the box, but he loses it. A little bit of a foul there in the middle of the park. Just a caution from the referee, not an official card, just a little word with the player. Trying to keep the temperature down on this one.
I'd say it's been fairly lower though in this game today. I don't think there's anything too chippy that we've seen.
That's really the first kind of altercation of any kind that we've seen. It's been a pretty clean game.
As we say that, foul there, but you know, it's okay.
Every time, right?
Answer's curse.
Long ball from the free kick here. Wesley Paul, number 12, goes after that.
Maybe we should just stop talking about this. We're just gonna not jinx it.
As soon as we said it had been a clean game, there's been
2 fouls instantly.
That is some quality analysis. Both teams kind of not able to get possession here. It's just sort of bouncing around in the midfield. Stephen Thomas. The ball goes off of Thomas, and that'll be a Carthage throw. Here's another substitution. Izzy Irwin going off, and Josh Berry coming in. Josh is a defender, a junior. There he is on the ball. Trying to find Valle up on the right-hand side, but no luck. Valle hasn't had many looks at the ball since he came in, I don't think, really. But then again, none of the
No one's really had any great looks in the last 15 minutes. Other than Crowder kind of getting that good shut down quickly by Frost on that breakaway.
Yeah, he's had a couple of runs, but not much. There's an interception. Oh, almost. Riley tried to get that ball, but couldn't quite pick it up. there in front of it made the call. So this will be a free kick. It looks like Stephen Arthur is over it, as well as Wesley Paul, both of them. Right there, we'll see if they... Arthur takes it. It's into the center. Ooh, and it squirted through. And there was an opportunity there on that far side, I think. Gendrich. Couldn't quite catch the number there. But another opportunity for MSOE.
And my Gendrich just subbed on one time.
It wasn't Gendrich.
Maybe there's two of them.
Oh, it was Killen, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
6. That was the official play, anyway. Once the subs keep coming, once they get pretty thick, it's a lot harder to keep this straight. Mickey Riley trying to find a way through, but can't. A foul coming back the other way now. So we're under 5 minutes. Always a dispute about where to take the free kick. Comes far side. Goes into the corner. Attempted cross there, but defended well by Mock.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, you're right. 15. Good. Just used to him playing left back now. Yeah. Good catch. It looks like Wesley Paul, the freshman from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, is going to take this corner kick. So the coach showing some faith in a freshman. It's a nice ball to the far post. Headed in there. I think that was Alex Lamb who headed that. But it does go wide by a couple of feet.
The quality of balls driven into the box from MSOE today has been really well done. I mean, you can have teams that cross the ball all day, but if it's not quality, it doesn't matter. And the balls and the chances that they're throwing into the box are very dangerous ones.
They have had a lot of really good-looking crosses. I think Renfro now trying to find something going forward. Mickey Riley comes all the way back to pick it up, pretty much to midfield. Those offensive players have had to come so deep to get the ball that it's hard to get any momentum going the other way. Dearborn will try to go up the sideline. Aiden Crowder gets there. He crosses it, but the defender is there. Strosa now. It's Renfro to Dearborn. So there was a little opportunity there. Nice turn by Crowder. He tries to bring it infield, but it's stopped there. Nice defensive play. I think that was Danny Aranda over there, number 13. Under 2 minutes. Collisions of bodies in there. It's getting a little more physical, I'd say. Rowan Dearborn with a nice run down there to get on that ball, but can't quite control it. He's still after it, though. Good hustle. Goes out of bounds, and that's a goal kick. Good hustle by Dearborn, though, kind of getting around his defender and trying to keep that ball. But it will be a goal kick. tracking those down. Hasn't really provided a lot of opportunities.
That's not the way Carthage plays. I mean, as we've seen, they're resorting to kickball. It seems as they're almost a little bit discombobulated in the plan.
I agree.
They've been pressed. It's weird. They haven't seen that all year. So.
Yeah, that's not their typical style. Mock will try a long throw here. Nice ball in. Jet Umanj tried to get on. Oh! It was Nick Renfro there. Maybe it was Schaafstal. I think you're right, yeah. Maybe with a left foot. Trying to sneak one through there. Got a shot off, but he was kind of falling backwards as he was shooting it, I think. So that brings us to halftime here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And after a goal by MSOE, the score at halftime is MSOE Raiders 1 and the Carthage Firebirds 0. We'll be right back after this halftime break.
Being a student athlete at Carthage, you get the best of both worlds, honestly. You get to learn, grow in the classroom, and then also be a part of the sport that you've fallen in love with since you've been playing it. You get the one-on-one support from the teachers, and then you get the help from your teammates as well.
The athletics teams here at Carthage, they're like really good. Some of the achievements that we had during this past year. The volleyball team won the national championship 2 times in a row, like 2 years in a row. So it was incredible to see it because we are like a unit. So it's really nice like to have everyone together and cheering for just one thing.
So the athletic facilities at Carthage, they're new and improving each and every year. We have the baseball, softball, and football field that all of our athletes compete on. There is the TARC, which houses the baseball weight room. There's the actual gymnasium itself, so Tarbell Arena for men's, women's basketball, volleyball. And then obviously the swimming pool that is also in the TARC, and upstairs there's the field house. We've added the Nest, which is a recovery room for all of our student athletes. There's massage guns, there's granola bars, there's other food items. So we have a lot of nice things in that room that you can sign up, take it, and it's completely for free. There's so many great opportunities. The athletic staff's super kind, your coaches care about you. There's just so much that goes into being a student athlete that it's an experience I would not take back.
The Aspire program is part of the Aspire Center, and the Aspire Center is our 4-year career and professional development program here at Carthage College. The Aspire program is really different and unique from other colleges and universities' career programs because instead of what the typical experiences of senior year trying to go get a job or an experience after college, we want students to build their experiences starting from day one. So whether that means going and finding an alumni panel that they're going to learn from an alumni about the career industry that they're excited about, or if it means getting an internship or a research experience that's going to build their portfolio, we want the students to develop and learn who they are so they can really leave Carthage with a very good sense of purpose and understanding before they actually leave the college. Every student that comes to Carthage has their own individual career specialist. This is a person who specializes in the industry field that they're going into. For example, we have a career specialist for our arts, communication, and culture students. This is a person who's been working as a graphic designer for the past 20 years. And she's responsible for helping those students get opportunities and experiences along the way.
I landed my first internship as a freshman at Deloitte, which is #1 of the Big 4 accounting firms in the world. Through the Aspire program, I was able to develop skills that helped me in interviews as well as networking with other professionals.
My favorite part of the sports management program so far has just been they're getting us in front of these people who actually work in the professions already.
This is a very project-based program, a very experiential learning-based program where students have a lot of opportunities to engage not only in the classroom but also outside of the classroom.
First semester we met with people from the Wild marketing department who evaluated and scored one of our final projects. In one of our media and relations classes, we were dealing with the Milwaukee Bucks. One of the classes we're in this semester, we're going to do something with the Chicago Bulls.
The end of the capstone is we're going to Barcelona, and it'll be, real world application. We're going, and it's a real company that we are consulting for. The goal is to help them be the best business in the sports world that they can be. And I think there's kind of nothing like it, right? It's really difficult to find something like that.
The experiential learning, it gives you that real life experience where you get put into situations that you might have to face in your career. It definitely gets the creative juices flowing, and it motivates you as a student and pushes you to be the very best.
The teaching philosophy of the sports management here at Carthage is that we really want students to think about sport not only from the traditional sense of sport management and sports business, but also think about what is next in sport. So that's where we really incorporate the ideas of innovation and creativity.
I think the program helps with my creativity and innovation just by challenging myself constantly, not only with getting different perspectives from classmates and professors, but also just challenging what your norm is and thinking not only outside of the box, but completely breaking and shattering that box.
We have so many professional connections for many organizations such as the Minnesota Wild, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Milwaukee Admirals, Chicago Wolves, amongst others. These are very special real-world connections and relationships that we have that allow students to network and connect with different professionals, different executives, and different organizations in sport.
I really couldn't avoid the pull of just who this program is able to put you in front of. You're very consistently interacting with and working with members of the Wild. You very seldom get that close to a professional team of that status. You really can't beat that in forms of connections.
I'm with the Minnesota Wild as a revenue marketing intern. One of the professors in the master's program got me connected to the Minnesota Wild. I went through the interview process and he held me through the whole process to kind of get to where I'm at right now.
What makes this program so special is the fact that it comes with a lot of connections, a lot of resources, a lot of experiences. You'll be glad that you were a part of it because the experiences that you have will motivate you from a whole new perspective.
It's like affordable, it's a 10-month program. You are traveling internationally, you are traveling regularly, locally, and so you're just kind of like floored that it's that solid.
And welcome back for the second half here tonight from Art Keller Field in Kenosha. The Carthage Firebirds taking on the MSOE, Milwaukee School of Engineering Raiders. Our score at halftime is 1-0. The Raiders are on top. They got their goal in the first half at the 18:29 mark. That was Lucas Schwenke with that goal. Tanner Cielo on the assist there. Mickey Riley has an early chance here in the second half, and that ball goes out of bounds. So Carthage taking it right to MSOE. The statistics from the first half were pretty skewed, which is not surprising given the kind of balance of play and the momentum. Riley now with the corner. Jet Uman's trying to pick that up on the edge of the box there, but it bounces kind of over his head. And MSOE clears it downfield. Shots in the first half were 13-4 in favor of MSOE. They had 8 shots on target, and Carthage only had 1. Dominic Gadolinsky now. Carthage is on the front foot here so far in the second half, so maybe whatever Coach Lee said to him hopefully fired him up a little bit. They said the possession in the first half was only 51-49, but it sure seemed like it was more than that. Carthage will have another corner. Riley now on the near side taking it. Puts a ball into the box. Goes over the heads of Renfro and Schaufstall, who were there.
And you just mentioned MSOE has, 13 shots there? They averaged 10.4 shots per game, so, and that was in the first half.
Yeah, so they were playing well above their expected number of shots for sure.
Granted, those numbers are also skewed because of their really tough opponents that they've played, but 10.4 versus 13 in the first half is definitely a trend changing.
Absolutely. They're looking stronger offensively than they have most of the season. They're only scoring a goal per game, so I guess in some ways that's a good news for Carthage. I don't know if they can keep into that. Some nice hustle down here by Aiden Crowder to knock that ball out of bounds. That was off of Alex Lamb. Mickey Riley has it now. A long, low cross with his left foot, but it does get stopped there and knocked back. Looks like the starters, for the most part, have returned.
I think you swapped out Malezic with Valle there.
Valle has stayed in. Nice ball by Riley there to find Jet Umanj. Jet crosses it, but it is stopped there and knocked over the end line. That was Tanner Cielo. But Carthage here putting on some pressure in this early part of the second half, sorry. That's another corner now, the third already of this young half. Riley will take it. It is booted out of there again by MSOE. That was Michael Gorman.
Those 3 crosses weren't very dangerous in any 3 of those. I mean, yeah, this ball's being thrown into the box, but from what MSOE's perspective, I didn't think there was anything too concerning.
Yeah, they haven't really found their targets or been in a super dangerous area. That one was a little bit short. The one before that was a little bit long, maybe. So have to try to get that measured. Ball into the center now. Nice ball by Valle to find Umanj. Nice interchange. He crosses it. Crowder was there but couldn't get a foot on it, and it is cleared.
Defending there by Frost.
Stephen Arthur made a nice clearance there as well. Glorioso now through the center. But Schaufstall's there. Nice ball up to Dennis Valle. Tries to little back heel there. Umanj, and there is a foul. Outside of the box though, so this will just be a free kick for Carthage, but in a really good position.
Shorter cross. Nice to be uncontested to be able to throw it in there.
Just about 6-7 yards from the end line and just about 10 yards inside of this steps out of the way. Riley takes it. Crowder's there. Nice ball. That was a good cross.
There you go.
Right on the head of Aiden Crowder, but it was defended well. But that one did get into a dangerous position.
No, that was definitely more.
And again, MSOE just kind of lumping it clear. They're really not possessing the ball at all so far here in the second half. Carthage is.
Looks not like Carthage to end the half.
Yeah, right. Little change of roles. Trying something down the left-hand side now. Tried to go inside the Crowder, but Valle lines up a shot from quite a long distance. 35 yards or so. That's pretty tough.
A little ambitious.
Little ambitious. Play it from the back now. But again, just kind of dumping it into Carthage territory. Now they've got the ball at midfield. They'll try to move something forward. Over the top, but Evan Kowalski is there. So whatever Coach Lee said at halftime must have been effective.
So far.
So far, they're showing some increased urgency and some more offensive work than they did in the first half, I think, already. Mickey Riley there with a nice play to get that ball. But he's knocked off of it there. This will be a throw-in. Michael Rohrman here on the near side taking that throw. Comes into Glorioso. Valle to Riley to Crowder. Gadolinsky goes far side, but it's a little bit too sharp of an angle. Renfro chases it down in midfield. MSOE really yet to string together a couple of passes so far this half. I mean, Carthage has been on the ball, and that one's intercepted. Nice play there by Valle to get back defensively. And they'll build from the back once again. Exchanging possession here. A little bit of a whiff there. Inestrosa trying to get that one clear. Picha with a nice move to get around there. He's battling with Riley over there. That'll be Carthage ball, so some good hustle there from Riley and Inestrosa with a little bit of a double team. Christian Inestrosa on the throw-in. Christian is a senior from Round Lake, Illinois. Plays it upfield, then it's Valle right on the sideline there. And that'll be a free kick. Ball at the sideline. J.B. Monge is there and commits a foul. Mika Picha was the one fouled there. He and Michael Rohrman are standing over that ball.
Picha's happy that he got that call after not getting that ball out of bounds. Him and the ref had a very chuckled exchange.
6 players in the box here. Ball comes in. Headed out nicely by Eli Shelfstall there. So this one will be a throw. Looks like maybe they're lining up a long throw of some kind. Grant Glorioso has it. Ball goes over the end line, and that'll be a goal kick. Or no, is it a corner? I guess it is a corner, yeah. I think the
Hard to tell with the flag.
Yeah, I thought the assistant had indicated a goal kick there, but it is over there in that corner. Michael Rohrman again. Will try to cross that with his left foot. Into the box. Headed up and over the net. Looks like it'll be a corner again, just on the other side this time. So they'll try it again, put it into the box. Goes all the way through. Lofted back in again. Evan Kowalski is there. Nice leap to collect that ball. Kowalski's had a really good game. I'd say maybe he's the star of the team so far.
Yeah, he's definitely your Carthage player of the match.
I would say so, definitely. In the first half, he was really outstanding. Just haven't been able to really connect midfield to the attackers.
Yeah, it's almost as if the midfield has been eliminated by that high press from MSOE. They do a really good job forcing the ball out from the center backs to the outside backs and not allowing that pass going from central back into the middle through the midfield, which is how Carthage likes to play.
They've done a good job of denying that tonight. Carthage working it out here. Jet Umanj trying to... Gadolinsky tries to go down the sideline, but it does sneak out of bounds there. Nice cross there. Annie Randa. Far side. The referee plays advantage. Miranda has it back. Picha. And a shot. Does go off of the defender. Does Rohrman with the shot there from kind of the edge of the box.
Yeah, he's been taking a lot of shots tonight, definitely some dangerous shots, at least. They look to be on frame. They're getting deflected, but he's definitely created some chances.
He's been looking for the goal, hasn't he? Rohrman now with the corner. Ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be an MSOE throw. You're going to make a couple substitutions, though, here. About 15 minutes into the second half. Score still 1-0 MSOE, although Carthage has been on the front foot most of the time here. There you see Killen coming on for Aranda. Throw in, but blocked by Roland Dearborn, although it does go over the end line, so that will be a corner kick this time. Useni also went out, and Joey LaDuca substitution.
Leduc is a 5'9" sophomore from Naperville, Illinois. Number 14.
So yet another corner here. They've had kind of a little string of corners going on. Free kicks and corners. This one in a dangerous position, but it ends up going to the far post. And that will be another corner. Just going side to side to side to side, aren't they?
Voted to just keep him in. Carthage got to get a good clearance here, relieve the pressure, and just kind of settle down a little bit.
Be nice to get away from the goal. This is the 9th corner for MSOE tonight. Far post. Oh, Kowalski gets across. Very nice play to make that save.
Another great save.
Another great save. Aiden Crowder now. He gets a beat on his defender. He is in open space. Aiden Crowder. And he shoots and a save. Asher Harris gets down on that ball quickly. Aiden Crowder was ahead of his defender and all alone. Not all alone. I mean, there were 3 people in hot pursuit of him, but
He turned on the Jets there, and Harris made a great save, not going down too early.
excellent
Closing
save.
the door. It was
Yeah.
well done. I'm sure Crowder wants that one back.
I'm sure he will. Strikers live for those breakaways. Mickey Riley with a cross. Trying to find Crowder. That one was deflected though, so that will be a corner for Carthage. I think this is the 5th corner. That last one was the 10th actually for MSOE. This is the 5th for Carthage. Good opportunity there though. Aiden Crowder just beat his defender to that ball, was able to get past him and get a shot on net. Jet Umanj will take this one. Comes all the way across, just a little bit higher than any of the players could deal with. Now they're trying for a little counterattack here. Joey Leduca over there has the ball. He goes forward nicely to Picha. Picha crosses it. That's Schwenke. He had the goal in the first half, but he was not able to corral it this time.
Carthage was lucky there. Schwenke was wide open on that
Yeah,
delayed run there.
lucky for Carthage that that did not come off. The game seems like it's opening up a little bit. There's some chances kind of coming both ways now. To the byline. Is Loduca. He's on the ball again. And there's a foul there in the box. Dominic Gadolinsky, I think, was guilty of that one. There's a loose ball there in the box, and the Carthage defender went after it, and the player got between him and the ball, I think. And so that will be a penalty and a penalty kick.
Sloppy, just unfortunate. But you gotta be that disciplined in the area.
Bad bounce there. So Celio takes it and a block. Beautiful save, Kowalski again.
is the brick wall.
He is the
What a
story of
game
the
for
game. He is just having a night. A penalty save there. Tanner Celio.
His team is on his back right now. He is single-handedly keeping them in this game.
That is absolutely true. He has been the star of the night. It's got to give the defense confidence having a keeper like that behind him. Stopped from a penalty, so it could have been a tough goal to come back from with 25 minutes to play. I think Carthage would not have liked to go down 2-0, but with that penalty save, Evan Kowalski has kept Carthage in this one and given them at least an opportunity to pick up a result here tonight. But I think if they would have gotten 2-0, that would have been pretty tough to overcome. Jet Umanj now coming back this way. That ball goes out of bounds, but that will be a throw to Carthage.
Could Carthage hand MSOE their 5th tie in a row?
That would be quite a story. almost rather not win than tie again, right? Get another draw. They've had so many draws already this season. 0-1-4.
They aren't conference games, so they can be a little bit more comfortable, but
that's true. Jordan Mock with a long throw. Nick Renfro tries to get that goalward, but he's really kind of going in the wrong direction, away from the goal. Pretty hard to head that back.
yeah, it's a tough flick on option there, especially with the way the ball was lofted. It's
Yeah.
hard to flick that behind you.
That's pretty hard to do.
Carthage a little bit of a high press of their own.
Pressing that ball comes all the way through, but it does eventually find its target. Nico Picha has it there on that far side. He's still got it. Two Carthage defenders eventually able to marshal him out of bounds, but Jordan Mock came back and helped out Christian Inestrosa on that side. This ball comes upfield. Aiden Crowder tries to get a hold of it, but can't.
Stephen Arthur to throw, number 28.
Ball comes up the sideline. Aiden Crowder gets it, is able to keep it in. Waiting for help there. He eventually ends up taking a shot himself because there wasn't really anybody else to pass to at that point. And now MSOE is controlling it in midfield. Far side now.
Carthage really allowing MSOE to do whatever passing they want to get into that middle space. I don't really like the middle third of the field. MSOE does a good job when they're on offense too, of finding those half spaces and then being able to deliver the ball back in on like a delayed ball, and that's how they're finding most of their openings to get a clean shot off.
They do seem very good both technically and tactically, don't they?
And Coach Harrington in his 6th season has definitely implemented his system. I mean, if you look at the past results, it clearly works.
Yeah, absolutely. As we said last year, they were undefeated in their conference. I think you said they only lost
They lost their conference championship against Dominican, I believe.
Yeah, I think they lost their first and last games of the year, you said, right? Yeah. Other than that, they won everything last year, so certainly had a lot of success there. And a lot like Carthage has a very tough preseason schedule. Mickey Riley now on this right-hand side trying to find a way through. Gets to the byline. Defended well there. That was Austin Killen. Carthage crowd now starting to get into it a little bit, get behind their Firebirds. And Carthage brings it forward again. Schaufstall to Mock. Inestrosa. Tries to spread it clear here to Umanj on the right-hand side. There's a foul there. Lucky it was a foul. I mean, I think it was a foul, but I mean, it was. Carthage would have been in a little trouble there.
I knew two was off to the races there.
Yeah. Dearborn goes over the top. The keeper comes out, but Carthage can't quite get control of it. Riley now has it at the edge of the box. And a shot. Just tried to find it. Got a little yard of space there, but couldn't quite get it out of his feet.
The ball a little
Yeah.
bit, just let it lean back a little bit too far. He certainly had the power.
Absolutely. It's a good strike.
But that's what MSOE's done tonight. not created. They've defended a lot of great opportunities for Carthage, and they're forcing them to take bad shots. I mean, that's not the best look out of any shot you could have taken there, and it's good for MSOE because they're not going to have to be so worried about shots coming in being very dangerous from ranges like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Carthage hasn't had a lot of, easy opportunities.
No, yeah, exactly.
Maybe the one breakaway being the exception. Dearborn plays it up to Crowder, right in the corner of the box. Umanj now trying to find an outlet. Taken off him though. That'll be a goal kick. Carthage players trying to convince the assistant that it had gone off of MSOE easier one in particular. So another substitution here on the MSOE side. Nico Picha went off. And Gendrich comes in, Nate Gendrich.
I'd say pound for pound in 1v1 scenario, MSOE takes the cake in this game. I think definitely in the one-on-one scenarios, MSOE has been a lot stronger.
Yeah, they have really been, they look athletic and quick. They've been kind of first to the ball most of the night, I think.
And if not first, they're winning the second one.
Yeah. Riley with a nice little pass there, and he picks it up now in midfield. Can't quite get control of it, though. There's a foul there.
Well, it's like Jurgen Klopp said. Jurgen Klopp talked about when playing that the best time to take the ball is if you lose it after like the first 5 seconds after you lose the ball. Granted, you shouldn't lose the ball, but if you do lose the ball, the first 5 seconds are your best chance to win it back.
Yeah, right, right.
And MSOE is definitely taking advantage of that today.
That's true, yeah. They've been persistent.
Carthage has done a fair share of it too, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't think Carthage has played a bad
No,
game
not
in
at
any
all.
way. No, not at all. And
It's only 1-0, and it definitely could have been a lot worse. So Carthage is definitely still
yeah, they're
in
right
this game.
in it for sure, and they've really matched up pretty well. Especially they came out really strong in the second half here.
We've seen that Carthage finishing ability with Crowder and Riley and Umanj, so it's only a matter of time before they put one together.
I would not be surprised if there's another goal in this game.
From which side, we won't know.
I'm not going to predict that. But Carthage brings it to this near side. Dearborn picks it up there. Nice cross. Field pass by Schaafstal. Jet Umanj now finds Aiden Crowder down this side. And he tries for the centering pass, but it's blocked out of bounds. And that'll be another Carthage corner. Looks like Umanj is going to take this one. Can't get past that near post. A little bit of a wasted opportunity there, maybe.
Yeah, Carthage didn't have anyone making that near post run there.
Yeah.
It was kind of a lower cross, unfortunately.
Not what you'd ideally want from across.
Great effort there by Hinestrost to keep that ball in.
That was nice. Aiden Crowder with some nice hold-up play. Jordan Mock hits Nick Renfro, who's a little further forward than normal. Nice block from him. He now gets that ball back in return. Jordan Mock has it now. distance, if that's what that was. Maybe he was just trying to get it in the box.
He saw Dennis from 35 and said, I'll do it from 40.
I'll see your 35-yard shot. Raise it. So we're just under 15 minutes to play now, the final third of the final half of the game. Oh, there's a mistake at the back. That ricocheted off Crowder, but he wasn't able to pick it up. Roland Dearborn does pick it up, though. Finds Umanch, who tries to sneak one through to Riley. It doesn't quite come off, though. Stephen Thomas now up this near side, and Dearborn fouls him. Take back the yellow card. It was a hard foul. Can't really argue with the yellow card on that one, I don't think.
It came from behind a little bit, just clean it up.
Yeah. But the player looks like he's okay, so that's fortunate. Stephen Thomas, he's had a good game, I think. He and Norman are back over this ball now. MSOE not committing too many men forward. They got 3 players about a couple yards outside of the box. Here's a substitution. So Stephen Thomas will get a little break here, and Nico Picha comes back on. Picha's had a very good game, too.
Yeah, his presence is definitely known up top, causing problems for the Carthage defense all night.
Yeah. And here's a free kick to the edge of the area. Aiden Crowder now trying to find a way past the defenders. He's got 2 of them there. He rumbles and stumbles through, and he gets it up and picks it up. Oh, and it's blocked away at the very last minute there. I'm not sure if the defender or the keeper got a
I think it was Frost made another defensive play there.
Frost again. He's been really good tonight.
Yeah, to go step for step with Crowder, especially with that, his athleticism, and seeing Frost hang with him. I mean, it's 2 seniors right there battling it out. Here, the Crowder's a 5th year, but still, experience on experience. Is
Absolutely,
well done.
yeah. It's been a really good battle all night long. Frost at 5'11" and Crowder at 6'1". Has been a good matchup. And Frost was a second teamer last year, right? All NACC. Aiden Crowder, of course, was the Offensive Player of the Year last year in the CCIW. First team all CCIW and Offensive Player of the Year. Leading scorer in the conference last year.
Yeah, he had an 18-goal campaign last year.
He was just scoring goals like crazy.
It's really close to a Carthage single-season record, if not the single-season record. Very close.
I would think so, yeah. Mickey Riley has it now. On that left-hand side, he goes to the end line, trying to cross it. That's a goal kick. That's a tough call.
Yeah. Because he looked at his AR, and the AR was waiting for the center ref to make the call there.
That's when the 2 refs look at each other and nobody really knows what happened. It's in such an area of the field that really there's nobody close to it to see what happened. The AR is on the near side, and the referee's in the position he should be in. It's just he's not close enough to that end line on that side to know exactly what happened. That's a tough call. Nice interception there. Eli Schofstall's had another good defensive performance here tonight.
Yeah, he's that defensive distributor from the back. He's a really strong ability to play a ball 30, 40 yards downfield and put it right on the winger's or the forward's foot.
Yeah,
It's definitely a weapon to utilize for Coach Lees.
Absolutely. Eli had played midfield in the past and has kind of converted him into a center back, but as you say, he's very good on the ball. He's He's got good defensive instincts too. Seems to be in the right place a lot of the time. I think Jordan Mock has come over to be this right back now. That's the latest configuration. He's been kind of juggling back and forth between the midfield and the back line. Here he is, trying to make an interception, not quite getting there. Stephen Thomas is back in the game, makes a nice play there. Trying to find a corner on that far side. I think that was Braden off. They really are quite deep, though, aren't they? I mean, they've made a lot of substitutions.
The subs, there doesn't seem to be any, I don't know what the word is, like pressure or performance lost.
No.
They really keep up the
No drop off in quality, really, right? I mean,
tempo, I guess is the word I was looking for.
that ball kind of sneaks through there, but it does end up coming out all the way. Aiden Crowder, who plays a nice ball to Mickey Riley, who's full steam upfield. He tries to go cut centrally, but it's taken away there, although Riley makes a nice play to get the ball back. Good effort from him. Jordan Mock has it now. Jerry Monge. And Carthage has it at the back, trying to build through Schaufstall again. Coming up on 10 minutes left here in this one. Still 1-0, MSOE in the lead. Nobody was making that run.
Coach Lease with some instructions to his team to play simple. Might have been heard by everyone around the world.
Having played for him, I'm sure you know that voice coming.
Yeah. I don't want to say nightmares, but it's definitely one that gets your attention.
Coaches have to be able to communicate, right? Umanj now popping up on that other side. Nice ball through to Inestrosa. Cross. Oh, too much on that. Mickey Riley was streaming down the center there. Would have liked to get something that he could have gotten a foot or a head on. Yet another substitution here for MSOE. Coach Lease is pretty much sticking with the same lineup. MSOE has been subbing in and out pretty frequently here, so they probably have the fresher legs going into these last 10 minutes. But can Carthage find that one opportunity they need to get a draw at least out of this game? Renfro to Crowder. Crowder makes a nice play there. Finds Inestrosa. Cross, but not quite at the right angle for Mickey Riley, who's coming in from the right-hand side. Just haven't been able to quite find that cross, have they?
It's just that quality of the ball.
Yeah.
They've had their chances to deliver it. It's just they just got to get that final quality in the final third.
That's it. That's it. Now we're coming back the other side. Picha again. Tried to play one in through the center there, but Carthage ends up with it. There's a shot from distance. Only 25 yards out. And so we're down to 8 minutes now. Carthage looking to string something together here, get a couple more opportunities if they can. But they have not been easy to come by. A lot of quality players from front to back for MSOE.
Yeah, MSOE hoping to break their tie streak and finally get on the win column in the season.
I'm sure that would be a big one for them. I think you said, didn't you say this is their last?
Yeah, this is their last. I believe this is their last non-conference game until they start their season.
Last non-conference game, so.
And they have Edgewood and then Lakeland and then Illinois Institute of Technology, so IT, and then Marion is their next upcoming fixtures.
Definitely some really difficult preseasons. Played a lot of good teams, both of them, which is good for their conference season, I'm sure.
Yes, definitely.
Both of them, I think, have high hopes going into the season. Nice cross there.
So we'll enjoy, if they can keep the way the scoreline stays now, they'll enjoy this win, especially knowing that the Firebirds were able to take down the Dominican Stars earlier in the year and 1-0. So theoretically, you could say that MSOE is better than Dominican, and that's big, especially in their conference, considering they lost to them in their conference final last year.
Bit of a pile up there. Referee has stopped the clock so that looks like maybe the Carthage, one of the Carthage players is down, but it maybe looks like a cramp situation. They're stretching him out. I think that is Aiden Crowder, isn't it?
Yes, it looks to be.
It does look like he's got some cramp there. Kind of tried to get up and went back down again. He's feeling it. He certainly worked hard tonight. He's been running and running. Training staff's come out. So Carthage has another couple of games coming up here in the near future against some pretty tough teams as well. On Saturday, they'll take on Southwestern University, which is ranked number 24th on the national poll, Division III, and then they'll take on the University of Chicago next week on Wednesday. And the University of Chicago is number 8 in that national poll. So the next two opponents for Carthage, both going to be very, very difficult. They are both here at home, but it's going to be pretty challenging to pick up a win in either one of those games.
Yeah, U of Chicago, as of late, has always been a pretty strong program. Were they national champions? Was that 2 years ago?
Right.
Yeah, they're a very strong team. Very talented. Very big, too. They usually have a lot of size in their back line. Takes care of all the aerial stuff.
Should be a good one. Saturday's a doubleheader here. There are a men's game and a women's game on Saturday. And the women, of course, have a game tomorrow night.
UW Whitewater.
UW Whitewater. Right here. I believe it's at 7 o'clock. Foul called there. Time just kind of ticking away right now. Carthage trying to get that ball back, try to fashion one more opportunity, but MSOE has been killing off the clock pretty effectively here in the last 10 or 15 minutes. Here comes that free kick. Evan Kowalski gets a fist on it. Almost kept in there. Not quite. Stephen Arthur now lining up that throw in. He's down into that corner. There's a foul. That'll be a free kick. Carthage will take it quickly. They want to get upfield as quickly as possible here. Under 5 minutes to play. Renfro coming through the center circle, picks it up. Gadolinsky with a nice pass across to Schaufstall. Finds Enestrosa. It's popped into the corner, but Riley picks it up first. He's first to the ball. He's trying to get across in there, I think, but it ends up on the ground and into the arms of the keeper, Asher Harris. Harris boots this one downfield. That's the first time he's taken a long kick all night, I think. They've really been playing out from the back exclusively.
It's a very Ederson-like boot there.
Yeah.
Put on the opposite 30.
Yeah. Carthage trying to find something with the press here. And they do pick up the ball. Umanj now. Out to Renfro. He's waiting for some of his teammates to get upfield. Umanj misses it there. Josh Berry picks it up. Umanj trying to find a way through, but can't. And now it goes upfield. That's Schwenke. But a nice tackle there. Izzy Irwin, the freshman. I didn't realize he's 6'3".
Yeah, he's a tall dude.
Oak Park, Illinois is his hometown. 3 minutes to play now. Carthage will maintain possession here, so Irwin finds Renfro. Gotta find a way through here. Far side Inestrosa. Chops it back. Irwin tried to good play there by Nico Picha to draw that foul between the two defenders.
MSOE showing they're very urgent to take this free kick here.
Yeah, in a big hurry, obviously. And we're under 2 minutes now. Carthage starting to show some desperation here. Comes all the way back. Carthage running and running, trying to get a hold of that ball, but just not able to find the possession. Jordan Mock now has it at the back. A minute and a half to play. Trying to find something on the left-hand side, but it goes out of bounds. There'll be a throw for Carthage. Got to take that quickly. Barry gets it across to Irwin. Finds Mock. It's not really an open pass for him there.
1 minute
They spend a
remaining.
lot of time playing around with it in the back. Unfortunately, there's not much time to keep doing that.
Yeah, they don't have the time now to do that, that's for sure. Now he goes upfield, into the middle, and a shot! Oh, good effort there. That was Malazak, I think, wasn't it? He's come in and tried to get on the end of it. He did get a hold of it. He just couldn't quite control it. Aiden Crowder now coming back in. He's recovered. Malazak goes running off the pitch. And 45 seconds to play. A long kick downfield from Asher Harris. Izzy Irwin does get a hold of that. Jordan Mock trying to get it across into a dangerous area. Again, Linsky trying to do the same. He's trying to boot it in there now. 20 seconds to go. Try that long throw. He does throw it long. Umanj gets a head on it. It comes into Crowder. He can't turn it though. 10 seconds to play.
7, 6, 5,
5.
4, 3, 2,
And that is it. So, unfortunate result here for the Carthage Firebirds tonight. They will, with this loss, go to 3-2-1 overall. And with the win, MSOE gets their first win of the season. They are now 1-1-4 heading into their conference season, which begins in their next game. As we mentioned, Carthage will be at home here again on Saturday against number 24 in the country, Southwestern University. That's a 7:30 p.m. start. And they'll be at home again next week on Wednesday to the University of Chicago, again here at Art Keller Field, 7 p.m. That should be a good one. So a couple of good games coming up for the Carthage men's team. Didn't quite have it tonight. They got badly outplayed, I would say, in the first half, but in the second half they really brought it back and made some strong efforts. They really came out on the front foot, had a lot of opportunities in that second half, just couldn't quite put it away. Any last thoughts on this one?
I just say put this game behind you and move on, because you got two big opponents coming up here that you really got to dial in for. So use it as a learning experience and a little step stool to keep going on up, but definitely not something to be ashamed of in this game. That's for sure.
Absolutely not. They played a good game, just not quite as good as MSOE played, I would say. MSOE had a really outstanding game. Evan Kowalski, we have to mention, probably the star of the game for Carthage. Made a lot of saves tonight and really kept it even and kept it quite close. As you see there on the screen, tomorrow night also the University of Wisconsin Whitewater will be in at 7 p.m. To play the women's team here at Art Keller Field. So that one should be a good one here. We'll be back on the stream here tomorrow night with that one. So for Jonah Wallgren, I'm John Bruning, and thank you to our crew here who you're seeing on the screen now, our producer, John Poinovich, our director, as well as our camera folks within the group here tonight. So thank you for joining us here from Art Keller Field tonight. This has been a Firebird broadcast production, a production of Carthage College. I'm John Bruning, and we'll see you back here for the next one.